Hello, this is the sound of the X-ray vision of the Kohen. Yes, it is me, Shmerel the Kohen, using my X-ray vision. What do you know? Kohanim have very special vision. Okay, I'm just kidding. We don't actually have X-ray vision. However, we're here today to tell you about Perek Yud Gimel of Vayikra. That's chapter 13. And in this chapter, we learn about Mitzorah, a person who got a sickness called Sarat. And this person need to be shown to a Kohen like me. Only a Kohen can declare him pure or impure. By the way, for those who like to find lessons for life, let me tell you that our sages tell us that the Kohanim were the kindest people, and therefore only a Kohen was able to see this Sarat, because when one is finding fault in somebody else, you must do so with kindness and love, and not rush to condemn and put down another person. Make sure you remember this lesson for life that you learned from Shmerel the Kohen. Anyway, so here's my friend Beryl over here, and he's got on his skin, he's got a little suspicious looking blotch. Shmerel, it's terrible. My skin, it's got a white blotch. Well, first we must determine if it is one of the colors of white which characterize the disease of Tzarat. Don't forget, Tzarat is not a physical disease. It is a spiritual disease which comes for... I know, speaking Lashon Hara, I know, I shouldn't have told all those stories about you. It was about me. You, Beryl. Do you forgive me? Oh, of course, I definitely forgive you. Now, let us examine your Tzarat and see which color they are. Let me see. I look at my book over here. I have 4 primary colors. We have the Se'et color. The Se'et is white as wool. Let's see. Not really. We also have the Sapachat. Sapachat is egg white. No, not that either. Tzaraat, lime white. No. Baheret, snow white. Oh my, Beryl, you seem to have a Tzarat. Vay. Oh no. Shmerel HaKoyen, what do I do now? Well, Beryl, it's not that bad, you see. You see, maybe it's not really Tzarat. So the first step we have to do is we have to send you for 7 days in seclusion, isolation. Warning, Tzarat, keep out, stay away. Nobody should come into contact with you for 7 days. Why don't you get a nice library of books for 7 days? Oh, you're kidding? Oh my, this is just terrible. I'll never speak Lashon Hara again. By the way, it makes so much sense that Hashem would say that I have to go away from people for 7 days. It's sort of like a timeout that I get for speaking so much Lashon Hara and causing people to fight with each other and stay away from each other. Yes, Beryl, I guess you can say that is the wisdom of Hashem, but we don't know fully Hashem's ways, but that is one explanation that is given for why a person who spoke Lashon Hara needs to go away for 7 days. I'll never do it again. Do I have to go? I'm afraid so. See you in 7 days. Whoop. 7 days later. Woo! Oh, Beryl, let me see. I come to visit you here. Let's see. Well, let's look closely. Aha! I see. There are the hairs on your skin, they are black. But in the middle, there are 2 white hairs. And those 2 white hairs are meaning that you are tamei. If you see 2 white hairs amongst the black hairs after the 7 days, these automatically tamei. And if the appearance of the Tzarat is beneath the skin, he is tamei. And if it spreads further than it was before, he is tamei. This is ridiculous. But what happens if it didn't spread? What happens if it got lesser white, if it's not as white anymore? Well then, Beryl, then you would be tahor. However, this is not the case. Ay, gewalt, these halachos. Ay, okay. I guess I'm gonna have to do teshuvah now. Well, Beryl, since you came, let's learn a little Torah, and I'll tell you a couple more rules about Sarat. First of all, look over here in my Kohen's manual, and you will find that the laws of Sarat are very interesting. If a person had Sarat on his whole body from head to toe, he would actually be considered tahor, pure, because this is a sign that the Sarat is actually going to heal completely and leave his body. If, however, it turned darker than the shade of white in an egg, he was tahor. Now, skipping ahead, there are 5 cases that appear as though the suspect had Sarat. However, he must be concluded for 7 days and then re-inspected. I will go through them with you right now. They are very interesting. Thank you very much, Meryl, for all you're teaching me. The first one, no problem, Beryl. The first one is shechin, a wound that is healing. The shechin, like his band-aid over here, and it's got white in it, we must quarantine him for 7 days to see. The next one is michvat eish, a burn. Ouch! The next one is netek, a bald spot. Oy! The next one is karachat, a bald area in the back of the head. Ay, 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 I'm getting bald. The next is gabachat, a bald area in the front of the head. Oh, I better get a bigger kippah. Now, during the isolation, Shmerel, when you're going away, Beryl, I mean, don't forget, you're not allowed to remove the tzarat from yourself. Are you kidding? That is so annoying. I thought I was just gonna peel it off. Oh well. Also, don't forget, during isolation, you have to tear your outer garment, and you have to put a cloth on your head, so cover yourself, from nobody should see you, and call out, Harchek, keep away, I'm tamei, Harchek, keep away, I'm tamei. Ay, this is so humiliating. Ay, tearing my clothes just like I tore people apart with my Lashon Hara. People keeping away from me just like I kept people away from with my Lashon Hara. I really feel that my ways were wrong, and I should never have behaved in this manner. Well, Beryl, you're on your way to doing teshuvah. There is one more important type of tzarat we need to discuss, Beryl. What is that, Shmerel? Well, that is tzarat on clothing. If the tzarat on clothing was red spots or dark green spots, or a mixture of red spots and dark green spots, the garment would be considered to have tzarat. You can get tzarat on a garment? Certainly. You could also get tzarat on a house, but we're not going to discuss that in this chapter as well. Well, thank you very much. I guess I'm gonna go put on a sack on my head and tear my clothes and run off. Harchek, keep away, I'm tamei. Harchek, keep away, I'm tamei. Zevesh, Beryl. I'm sure Hashem will forgive you in no time. Well, thank you very much, Shmerel and Beryl, for that great act. Oh, no, don't mention it, old chap. Yeah, well, it's easy for you to say. You're the one who didn't have to paint your hands white. Well, thank you. Have a good night. Wait a minute. Shmerel and Beryl, how are we going to remember all those halachot that you just taught us? I think it's time for a silly story. Let's look. Perek Yud Gimel is chapter 13. Chapter 13 is chapter tummy. Chapter tummy? What does 13 have to do with a tummy? Well, you see, everybody, in our secret code, the T has got a secret 1 in it. A U is a vowel, it doesn't count, and an M is a flipped over 3. So it's 1 and 3. And the second letter doesn't count, and the Y is a vowel too, so it doesn't count. So it's 1 and 3, and the silly word is tummy. tummy? Tummy, you say? What does tummy have to do with teaching the laws of tzaraat? My good man, I really do not understand what all of this has to do. Could you please explain it to me? Boing, 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 boing.
It's me, the man with the big tummy. Is somebody calling for a man with a big tummy? Here I am. Hey, you! Are you Shmerel the Kohen?
Oh, certainly am. What is this gigantic man with a big tummy doing in Perek Yud Gimel chapter 13, all about tzaraat?
Well, I want to show you some signs I have. Here, look at my hand, which is on my tummy, and you will see I have some white spots. Here I have a sa'it on my hand.
Oh no, that does not look good.
Wait, not only that, on my tummy I have a baheret, I have a snow white.
Oh, I see 2 white hairs sticking out of the snow. Oh no, this will never do. You may have tzaraat.
I'm not finished yet. I got egg white on my tummy.
I think you've just been dropping your food on your tummy. Are you sure there's eggs? That's not a real tzaraat.
I've got tzaraat lime white too.
Oh, sir, Mr. Tummy Man, I think we have got to quarantine you for 7 days. Yes, off with you now.
One last thing. On my tummy, really, if you pay attention, on my tummy, I've got some other things over there.
Oh my, Mr. Tummy Man, your tummy has been sticking in the paint again.
No, it has not been sticking in the paint. No, it has not been sticking in the paint. I think I might have some tzaraat growing on my tummy there.
Let me have a look. Aha! Oh, I see. Red spots. Oh my. You surely may have tzaraat on those clothing. And what is that? A dark green spot, and red with green. You've got all the signs of tzaraat, Mr. Tummy Man. It is time for you to bounce on your tummy into quarantine for 7 days.
Boing, 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 woo! Oh no. All right. It's time for me to do tshuva for being so mean to everybody.
Well, that concludes our silly story of chapter 13, chapter Tummy. And of course, you'll know that in the real story of Perek Yud Gimel, it has nothing to do with a tummy. In Perek Yud Gimel, we learn about the laws of tzaraat, about the 4 types of white, sa'it, sapachat, and baheret, and the 2 white hairs, and spreading of the tzaraat which makes someone tameh, and tzaraat on a clothing which can be red or dark green. Thank you very much for watching.